There she is.
You only have that camera walking.
I love it. I love it. Oh, do you have on the camera?
Probably.
What an idiot. That's what it says. Hello, cutie patootie. What a great kid. Good, good. I'm glad.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening,
Yeah.
or whatever. Just whatever.
Whenever.
Whatever time you watch this.
Whenever time.
Yeah. I mean, probably watching it on the toilet, so, like most people.
Anyways.
So, this is week 11. Are you going to do your 11th? Yeah, 11. It's like a little
11,
dance.
Almost 3 months. If Blythe was here.
Yeah, next week is 3 months.
Dance.
3 months of full time, so. Yeah. So this week we hit 200 subscribers.
It feels like a big deal.
It does. It really isn't a big deal at all.
It's
but I was
not.
like, we were at like the 198, 199, like bouncing back and forth
199,
for like 2 weeks, and like, come on, just one more person.
So we're at 201.
Yeah.
So,
so we're excited. Thanks again for all the support and everything else, and the comments and the likes and the feedback and everything. So, but we hit 200 this week.
So this week was really fun though. We did a lot this week. I took a day off and we went to
Vegas.
Vegas.
I saw an Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty in one day. Actually in like 15 minutes.
15 minutes span.
Yeah.
But we really just did a true drive-by tour of Vegas.
Yeah,
didn't
we went
like
to the
go
airport
there and play.
And then we went right out.
Yeah, my aunt flew in, so thank you, Aunt Pam, for visiting us twice. You win. Nobody else has come visit us yet.
Yeah, mom and dad. Yeah.
I know they're coming, but anyway, we have other visitors coming. But anyway, so we got to go pick up my aunt from Vegas, and on the way back we stopped. We really did not do anything in Vegas other than get her and go, because Blythe fell asleep in the car, and
we let her have the nap in the car instead of we were going to stop somewhere for lunch, and
we didn't
she
want
was
to deal
asleep.
with a cranky toddler and trying to find a place in Vegas that was dog friendly, which I think would have been pretty close to impossible. So
yeah.
Anyway, we did find a place in St. George, Utah on the way back that was dog friendly to eat, and that was really good, and they were really toddler friendly too.
Yeah, they even had a little sign that said like paw pet friendly or paw something or paws welcome,
whatever, something like that. And they brought Blythe her burger in like a little car. Like
yeah, the little car box.
And then when she wanted to take it home, she shoved the burger in the trunk of the
she ripped the trunk open.
She like tore it open and was like cramming the burger inside the car trunk. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, and that place was called the Rib and Chop House?
I think it might be a chain, but actually it was really good.
It was good though. Definitely worth it, and it was affordable.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
So we didn't really do much that day other than the quick drive-by tour and stop in St. George. We got to see really cool like air show practice on the way to Vegas.
Yeah, you're right by Nellis Air Force Base, so you got to see some.
Strange.
They were doing some like stunts or practice or something.
I was like,
pretty
Eric,
cool.
that plane's crashing. Wait, no.
No.
That's like a big exercise. So we did that Tuesday, and then you did some fun stuff during the week because I, of course, had to work, but.
Yeah, I took your aunt on the West Rim Trail, which is the trail in Zion that goes up to Angel's Landing.
You can stop and turn around before Angel's Landing.
Yeah, and we went up to Scouts Landing, which is right there, and you got to like kind of see the overview of Angel's Landing and like the whole spine going out to the tip and stuff.
That was fun.
It was pretty cool.
You like that? She seemed to like that, but Eric carried Blythe on his back, so they kind of took their time.
Well, on my shoulders. I didn't even have the backpack. It was just on my shoulders.
I forgot about that. Anyway, he likes to give me like, I have a heart thing. Don't forget, I have a thing. Anyway, so you guys did that, and then you went back to St. George and did the dinosaur discovery site.
And that was cool. Basically, like some farmer was plowing his field. This is like 10 years ago too. This wasn't that long ago. And he found like these fossils and stuff, and he's like, well, what is this? I should probably call somebody. And he did. And turns out they're like all these like dinosaur footprints and stuff that are like mashed into the rock from like riverbeds, and They have like I guess the longest run of footprints like in the country or something.
Maybe more than that, but yeah.
It was definitely neat. I mean, it was kind of like a quick thing to do, especially with the toddler. It was pretty quick.
But you said Blythe didn't really like get into it other than the sandbox outside, right?
No, I mean, they had like some dinosaur statues and she liked that. And then we went to the outside where there was kind of like a playground.
Yeah.
It's like a dinosaur they can play on in a sandbox. And she just sat there in the sandbox for probably like a half an hour.
I think she ate some of that sand.
She probably did.
I changed her diaper. I'm pretty sure she ate some of that sand.
Yeah.
But then you guys like did a taco place and the food was really good there. So
yeah, it was kind of like a Chipotle, Kubota, whatever. Qdoba.
Whatever it is. Yeah. Anyway.
One of those like kind of fast food but fancy ones, not like Taco Bell. Yeah, it was good.
Leftovers. So that was I guess during the week, and then this weekend we had a plan to do the Narrows on Saturday.
So last weekend there was this like lady that was working where they rent out all the stuff for the Narrows, the dry pants and the special shoes, and you get like a big wooden stick and everything. So I asked her, I was like, is it possible to do it with like a toddler on your back? And she was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. People do it all the time. It's easy. You'll be okay. So we made the plan on Saturday. We got a rover sitter. The dog was being watched and everything else. And we were going to do it as a family. And so we get there, and there's some little twerpy kid behind the counter. It doesn't look like he hiked a day in his life.
I might marry him. He sounded like he had a real
her type of person.
Appreciation for safety.
Yeah.
I really
So he was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. We do not recommend it. If you fall in, which you're definitely going to fall in, she's going to get hypothermia, and she's going to die. It's this long hike, and da-da-da-da.
And I read, too, like when you're walking the Narrows, you're walking on, like, bowling balls, wet bowling balls is what he said. The rocks,
they're big rocks,
bowling balls, and they're slippery.
Some of it. So he was like, "Oh, you shouldn't do it." So of course, safety police.
He confirmed all of my concerns.
Yeah, safety police. Like, I'm not going.
Not going. So I think I totally disappointed my aunt. Eric was like,
Blythe,
I can't do it now because this guy's gonna judge me, and if anything happens, he'll be like, "Told you so."
And the whole day, Blythe is like, "I want to go play in the puddle."
She was so disappointed.
She was excited.
She was the most disappointed.
Yeah.
Anyway, I decided not to do it, so we did the river walk and dropped off Eric.
I went by myself.
And he said he was really disappointed. It was really boring because he was all by himself.
So
there was
boring,
nobody else around. Which we do here if you go during peak season. The Narrows is like you wait in line to go through certain parts of it.
But it's a foot higher. And that's when that guy is suggesting to do it, when it's like a foot and a half higher.
I'm like, how do you take a toddler on your back when it's like the water's up to here? Yeah. So the water this time of year is like up to your, maybe at most your
At the highest point going all the way to, quite a ways through Wall Street. I don't know if I went the whole Wall Street or not, but I went through most of Wall Street. The only point where it gets like above your knee is actually like 10 or 15 minutes in, and it was like maybe like 6-8 inches below your waist.
Like, I really could have done this.
Yeah. The whole time I'm like, I could have done it. Like, I never slipped. I never even came close to falling.
That's like the only real bummer about this week. And I felt bad all day. So my Aunt Pam and Blythe and I did the river walk back while he did the Narrows, and then we went to lunch.
But the Narrows, just in general, were kind of disappointing to me.
He said, like, once you kind of get in and see it, then you kind of, like, it all looks the same.
Yeah. I mean, there's some spots that are kind of different and stuff, but I don't know.
The hikes we've taken, you know, as you move along, the scenery changes a little. So
and you have like breathing views and that kind of stuff.
The Narrows, there's like towering cliffs on either side.
And you're walking through a little bit of water and walking on like river beds and that kind of stuff, like outside of the water. And,
I mean,
it was okay. It's definitely worth doing. I'm not saying it's not worth doing, but it was just, especially by myself, it was lonely and boring.
Not the one to do by yourself.
And there wasn't really a lot of people there, so it was kind of like, nobody to talk to, nobody to, but.
Well, anyway, we walked back on the river walk, and it took forever because we let Blythe set the pace. And then on the bus back, we met some people who told us about this place, the Majestic View Lodge. It's like kind of as the little strip starts for Zion, and it's a hotel, but they have a restaurant and a gift shop in there. So we actually went there, and we were like the only people there, and it has majestic views of Zion. It's beautiful. The food
Hence
was
the
good.
name.
It's beautiful. But anyway, the cool part, extra cool part is just past the gift shop, there's like a taxidermy museum there.
But they didn't have the Utah werewolf.
No, they didn't have a Utah werewolf. But they had all sorts of animals. It was really cool. Blythe liked it. So that was neat, worth stopping too, because it was free. You get lunch, then you go to the museum. The museum's free. So we did that. Then we went back and picked Eric up. Pam and I did a little bit of a different hike while we waited for Eric. We of course didn't make it far because of Blythe again.
Yeah.
But then we met up with Eric and took him to lunch. It's just a day of eating.
And we actually went to like a good burger place this time instead of the brew pub.
The brew pub's fine if you just want to
okay.
sit down and have a cold beer and have like bad service or no service. But
so it's Jack's Grill, right? Jack's Grill.
Jack's Sports Grill.
They
have good food, good beer,
the bacon and blue burger is probably one of the
service.
best I've ever had. I mean, the blue cheese on it was like this thick. I mean, it was awesome.
He really likes that burger.
So that place was really good service. There's like one server in the whole restaurant, and she just rocks.
Yeah, we went there twice, and the other time the guy was there, and he took care of the whole place all by himself. So.
They've got good service there.
So then, and the liquor store next door, by the way, don't be fooled. It's kind of overpriced.
It's expensive.
Yeah. So that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Forever ago. That was yesterday, and then today we did what was actually on my Utah list of places to see, which was Cedar Breaks National Monument. It's closed, like the visitor center is
and
closed.
And the bathrooms,
everything's closed, but you can still drive on the scenic drive.
So we drove an hour and a half to go look at some overlooks.
I think it was worth it. Did you think it was worth it?
It was a long drive. You
didn't think it was worth it?
I don't know. Sure.
I loved it. It was like my favorite day so far in Utah. I loved it. That's more my speed.
That's because it was the most boring thing we've done since we've been here.
He makes fun of me because I like boring, but it's so pretty.
No,
there.
it's worth going to. The views are awesome. You're 11,300.
You're at 11,307 feet. And believe me, I got some tips from a friend we met here about my ears.
Francois.
And boy, did those tips help me a lot. So
he was a certified diver, and so he gave her some tips.
I randomly mentioned to him that we were going to do this drive, and it was high elevation. I was worried about my ears, and he's like, "Well," and he was all of a sudden
gargling salt water and stuff.
Telling me all these tips.
Apparently helps.
So we did that, and then just beyond Cedar Breaks, after the scenic drive is over, there's another rough drive you can take.
It actually wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
It was a dirt road, but
it's
it's actually really well maintained.
But it's called Bryan Head Park Overlook.
That's the one that's 11,300.
That's 11,300. Yeah. Cedar Breaks is more like 10,000 feet. Yeah. It's all totally worth it. If you're a hiker, it's even more worth it because there are hikes just all over off the pull-offs. There's just hikes everywhere. So we just didn't do them because we had the dog and the baby with us, and we did a hike yesterday. Didn't want to overdo it for me, I guess. Anyway,
might be too exciting for you. Let's just drive around and look at some stuff.
Dampen things a little bit. And we did that pizza shop, which
we went to a pizza place.
Eric's been craving pizza. So.
Cedar, what is it? Cedar's.
It's called Central Woodfire.
Yeah, but the town.
Oh, in Cedar City.
Cedar City.
It's a cool little city.
It was good. The pizza was good at that place, but it was expensive.
It was
it cost us like $80 for the three of us.
For 2 small pizzas. Anyway, it was
and a salad. 2 little pizzas and a salad.
We did a lot of eating this week, it sounds like, but we had a fun week, I think.
Well, we've had company, so we ate out more than usual.
Yeah. It was worth it. It was a good week. Sorry today was boring to you, but I loved today. I thought the views were amazing. And we could take Creature with us, so it was good.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it. It's week 11.
Yeah, that's about it. Next week will be our 3-month anniversary.
I don't think you can call it 3-month anniversary because anniversary for annual things.
I don't know. When you're like a teenager, you're like, oh, we've been eating for 6 weeks. Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So, anyways, next week will be 3 months. So, we're not doing anything special for it. Like, I built that up. Like, there was going to be like some like magical event. We
are not sure what we'll do next week. We'll see. We're talking about doing.
I am talking about doing something special this week, which you'll find out next week. I'm not going to mention it. Somebody's like pooping their pants over it because she doesn't want me to do it.
Oh yeah, I really don't want him to do that. I think I blocked it out of my memory already.
I'll give you a clue, but that's it.
I don't want him to ever do that again. Anyway, let's wrap this up.
All right. So next week will be 3, and then 3 months, and that's it.
Yeah.
Questions, concerns, comments. We'd like comments.
Concerns. I'm all about
We don't get that many comments. We'd like more comments.
Yeah.
Especially from our family.
I'd like to hear
our
from
family doesn't love us.
I'd like to hear from other safety police type of people.
Oh yeah, the
What's your
safety police over
concerns?
here.
Would you take your toddler on the Narrows?
Yeah, how about some fun people? Let's get some fun people talking.
I prefer to hear from like-minded people.
Yeah, how about this like-minded people?
Anyway. Bye guys.